Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing the only dress watch you'll ever need, the Zenith Elite Centrale Seconde Rose Gold, or perhaps I should say red gold, because it is a very dark hue of rose red gold. A watch that's slim, automatic, with a manufacturer movement and a fantastic smoked Fume style dial. This watch has miles of style, and all of that in only 40 millimeters of diameter. You can see on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, the watch is slim. A nice constrained 8.5 millimeters in thickness. It has a generously rounded bezel, so it will slide underneath any dress cuff. 8.5 for an auto with a date is quite svelte indeed. Across the wrist, nicely constrained at 47.8 millimeters. You're going to find that this is a watch that's excellent for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters in circumference. It does have strong lugs, however. The spacing between those lugs is a very versatile 20 millimeters, and I say that because you'll have a bevy of OEM and aftermarket options in the 20 millimeter size, but consider the factory strap. It's nicely made. Large rectangular scale alligator leather, dark brown, and a folded edge with a monotone stitch. On the underside, a surprise, inlaid vulcanized rubber. It's very supple against the skin, and it isolates the leather from the moisture, heat, oil, and sweat of the wrist for long-wearing durability. Simple rose gold pin buckle with Zenith star logo. You can see that this is 18 karat to match the case, and the case is spare but strong with a combination of slim profile and strong lugs, and the lugs are strong, satin finished on their top, polished on their flank, with a very subtle hairline bevel that transitions from the flanks to the tops. You'll also note a very clever design whereby the bezel is actually sunk somewhat below the crest of the lug on both sides, so that the lugs can have a broad flowing form that envelops the case, almost acting like a setting for a gem, and they really do hug the bezel, allowing the bezel to be set deep, keeping the watch thin, but giving a broad flowing lug that's not cropped indecently. Now the timepiece is all of high polish in the mid case, defined principally by the hard angular edge of the bezel. That said, the bezel itself is not angular. It has a domed profile. Once you get past that sheer edge, it arcs up to a box section or cambered sapphire, so that's a high quality sapphire. Remember, flat sapphires are cheap, cambered sapphires are expensive. And then the dial, one of the best Fume style gradient fades you'll find this side of Moser, and that is the name that comes to mind. It's a sort of argent silver at the center, and it fades to a dark, I would almost call it a golden brown or bronze black at its edge, and it's distinctly darker at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock than 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. All of the indices are applique and rose, with rose hands at center, and the contrast level is high. Though it is partially a dark dial, there's never any doubt what the hand, hour, minute, or second is indicating. Nicely anchored by a date window at 6 o'clock. You can see one of the surprise and delight features of the Zenith Elite caliber is that it has a quick set date that is bidirectional. You can actually set in either direction to more rapidly reach the correct date should the watch find some sort of error or run down. Now you will also appreciate the hacking seconds function. This is a feature that you don't get in the Zenith El Primero, so it's welcome in this Elite. The Elite designed in 1994, the El Primero in 1969. You do get some features for your modern movement. And there is a sunburst metallic grain to the dial. It has a gradient fade, yes, but there's also a radial grain. It is a sunburst, so highly reactive in strong light. This is an animated dial. Turn the movement over, or I should say turn the movement and the watch over, and you can enjoy the movement. Zenith manufacturer caliber 670 from the Elite family, ultra thin, automatic winding, 50 to 52 hour power reserve, 28.8 beat rate, 27 joules, stop seconds, and a double quick set. Features a number of handsome but mostly machine applied finishing techniques, including perlage or engine turning in two sizes across the base plate, as well as circular Cote de Genève across the bridges and linear Cote de Genève across the skeletonized winding mass. 50 meters water resistant. It does have solidly more than the 20 to 30 meters that is standard in the dress watch class. You can also see that all of the screw heads are polished, and that large barrel peeks out from underneath the barrel bridge. It's a good looking movement, and once again, quite slim. You can see and you can purchase this handsome Fume gradient dial Zenith Elite Central Second on the watch box.